dog in the street.
Everyone, welcome in Twin City Sports Talk. You got Trevor and Bruce today. We're going to be talking over the Timberwolves trade that they have made today. NBA trade deadline is past now. Giannis is not a Timberwolf for everyone fantasizing over that. After that, we're going to be talking some Twins baseball, free agent acquisition ideas, kind of everything that's gone around in the MLB a little bit. But to start off today, we're going to get to our ad read, and it's Kitchen Wise, Closet Wise. It's a family-owned, operated business, proudly serving the Twin Cities and surrounding areas. If you're ready to truly maximize your space, they are the team to know, specializing in creating custom solutions designed around how you actually live, from kitchens, closets, pantries, garages, and more. They transform underused or cluttered spaces into something both beautiful and highly functional. What sets them apart is their focus on smart layouts, quality materials, and custom designs that make the most of every inch. Call or go to their website to have someone out for a free consultation. Thank you, Kitchen Wise and Closet Wise, sponsoring. I did that all in one breath. I'm all right. Yeah, go give them a call. Tell them Twin City Sports Talk sent you. So thank you, Kitchen Wise, Closet Wise. All right, we're going to be starting off with our trade talks today. We have a special guest, just the resident ball knower. I mean, this guy drinks, eats, sleeps, everything basketball.
3-point shooter specialist, lefty,
Yeah.
James Harden 2.0, but he plays defense.
Yeah. All
Let's
right.
go.
Everyone, welcome in Abby, our resident
Yes, sir.
ball knower.
How we doing, y'all?
How's your
Doing
day
well.
going, Abby?
Thank you. Thank you for the applause. I heard it. Don't worry about it.
Perfect.
How we doing? We good? All right.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, Abby honestly just knows a ton about basketball. He knows about a lot about these two guys we got back from the Bulls in this trade today. Gonna be good to talk some Wolves hoops with him. Probably have him on in the future again too.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't have a choice.
Is that under contract?
We'll see.
All right.
All right. If anyone did miss it today, like I said, we didn't get Giannis for people that really cared about that. But the Wolves did trade Rob Dillingham and Leonard Miller and 4 second-round picks to the Chicago Bulls for Ayo Dosunmu and Julian Phillips. 2 younger players. Dosunmu, 26 years old, right? And then Phillips is 23, I think, right?
22, I think.
22. Yeah. So
Yeah.
2 younger guys. Little bio for Ayo, 6'4" shooting guard this year, averaging 15 points per game, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, shooting the 3 ball at a 45% clip, kind of a 3-point specialist, a 51% field goal percentage from all around the court. Like I said, only 26 years old. And one thing I saw, just a kind of broader thing, is the dude can play kind of all over. He can bring the ball up as a point guard. Very versatile on the defensive and offensive side of the ball there. And then Julian Phillips hasn't had a bigger role in the Chicago Bulls team thus far, but he is only 22. Went to Tennessee for college, which, if anyone knows me, I'm a big Vols fan. So I know Julian pretty well, but spent 1 year in college. He was a 5-star recruit. So it's another fun name for the Wolves to get. Again, 22 years old, so a lot of future with him. But honestly, Abby, if you have anything else to talk about either one, like that you've seen, like.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think a lot of Wolves fans were probably definitely hoping that we pulled the trigger on Giannis, I know I was looking forward to hopefully getting Ja. I thought that would have been an ideal scenario. But it's smart what they're doing. Once we get to the offseason, every team's going to have, another year of draft picks that they're able to trade. So, Giannis and the Bucks, they knew that most likely they're going to get a better offer in the future. So there's no reason to panic right now and force something that didn't need to be forced. So,
very true.
I mean, for the Timberwolves' sake, it makes sense. We got better. We're a better team today than we are yesterday. And hey, that's all you can really ask for at the end of the day.
Yeah, I will say, so like the Giannis thing, obviously the talks were Jade McDaniels, every first-round pick they could find in this Wolves future.
Well, none.
And yeah, literally. But
thanks,
like
Rudy.
that kind of was the problem behind it, and I think that's probably why they didn't want to give up Jaden. But I'm assuming the Wolves kind of stuck with a Rudy, Randall, Dillingham, a lot of other stuff. Bucks didn't want it; they wanted Jaden. I'm assuming that's kind of why the trigger
Mhm.
was never pulled by each team. But
Yeah.
yeah. Either way, so we get two younger guys. Ebby, what in your opinion, where in the rotation are these guys going to fit? I know Io's going to be a contributor, right?
So I guess I'll start with Phillips. Most likely, we're probably not going to be using him. I mean, we barely even used Leonard Miller when he was here. We kind of just
Yeah.
saw his promise. He was here for what, 3-4 years.
Mhm.
I mean, Phillips is a freak athlete. I think he had like a 44-inch vertical at the combine, which is like one of like the best in recent memory.
Yeah.
I've watched the Bulls sparingly. He's one of those 3-and-D guys. Just needs to work on his shot. Just keep developing. Probably play down in Iowa for a little bit. So we'll see what comes out of him. I think Iowa's a great pickup, though. I would have been glad with either him or Kobe White because we need that scoring punch.
Yeah.
Fun fact: Jaden McDaniels and Io are the only players in the league that are averaging 15 points while shooting 45% from three. So
Jaden's still shooting 45% from three.
He is surprisingly, yeah. So and that's why I'm glad we didn't pull the trigger on Giannis because giving up Jaden I don't think is the ideal thing. Especially the way he's been developing as of late, like his confidence, his shot creation for himself. Like he's not just stashed in the corner taking threes and stuff. He's actually being integrated in the offense and coming into his own. So I'm glad we didn't.
Stuff, which I really like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's using his length to his advantage. So I think Io's going to bring much needed shooting. Chris Finch seems to only trust Nas off the bench. So finally we'll have some form of a rotation.
Yeah.
Come playoff time.
Very true.
We'll see where TSJ falls in the lineup when he gets healthy.
Yeah. I was wondering with Phillips. It reminds me of when we got Nikhil Alexander with Mike Conley. Right? I don't think anyone really cared or
Nikhil was just a salary fill. He wasn't even like the Pelicans just said the hell with him. So I mean, you never know. I mean, hindsight's 20/20. I'm sure the Pelicans regret that, but I mean, the nice thing with this trade is Dosunmu is our Nikhil. Like now we have that 3-and-D guy that can be a combo guard, go get his own bucket while also initiating for others. So and he's cheap. And trading Mike actually allowed us to do it.
Yeah, fast on the defensive side too. Brings good
He's very good. That's what didn't make sense for Chicago because I feel like out of all the guards, he was probably their most prized possession, other than Giddey, of course. But it seemed odd that they didn't get a single first-round pick out of anybody that they've traded as of late.
Yeah, exactly.
My coworker was telling me I'm not familiar with the Bulls. Aren't they like super small now? Like, aren't they all just like speed?
It's weird. Basically, I mean, they still have a plethora of point guards. They still have Giddey. They have Jaden Ivey now. They don't have Conley anymore, but they have Colin Sexton. They got Trey Jones still. I don't know what their plan is. They have a million point guards. It's really weird.
Obviously trading Vubic, like that's the
they brought in Anthony Simons. So that's another. I don't know what they're trying to do with all those guys. I don't know. Maybe
they're going to put one on their shoulders to go rebound for the team. Yeah.
Apparently, I don't know. There's a lot of confusion in Chicago, so I'm glad we're not that fan base.
Just like Ebby said about Phillips here is if you go on just YouTube and then you look up Julian Phillips highlights, the freak athlete thing is what Ebby was talking about. The vertical was really impressive. His first 5 highlights on his just 2022-23 college basketball season. First 5 or 6 of them are all put back dunks or posters. It's nothing but that. But the dude is like a freak athlete. He can put anyone on a poster. So, I mean, again, he's 22 years old, Wolves fan, so you could see something from him in the future maybe. But and then let's talk about the other side of the equation here. You kind of mentioned Leonard Miller. Either way, that one not really a big deal.
Not really.
I also want to talk about Dillingham here because Dillingham obviously 4th overall pick, right? I mean, technically picked 4th, right?
Or 8th, I think he was.
8th? Okay.
I think it was
4th. Or we traded up.
Because we traded with
was it 4th?
I think it was 4th.
No, 4th was Castle. No, the Spurs had the 4th and 8th pick.
Yeah.
They took Stephon Castle 4th. They took Dillingham 8th. But still, we wasted a first-round pick to go trade up to get him. So, obviously, not ideal. But that also shows, the confidence in Tim Connolly. He's not going to have an ego and be like, oh, I traded a first round pick for him. We have to write it out, and I need to make sure that that decision I made back then, my reputation as one of the best GMs. So it's good
You
that
have to
he's willing
appreciate
to
that. Yeah.
move. Exactly. And Rob and Miller, they're both non-factors. They're not helping us this year, probably not helping us next year. So
Yeah.
we
Windows now.
immediately become better. Exactly. Dasumu is going to play. So that's already is an addition within itself.
Mhm.
And Rob, it's unfortunate he's very skilled, but when you're 6 foot, 6'1", you're already a defensive liability. If
Yep.
the shot's not falling, then what are you doing out there exactly? So, I mean, I think the idea was better than the actuality of
Very
drafting
true.
him. That's another
Yeah.
point guard that's in Chicago. So I don't know what they're doing.
For more,
Oh yeah, you're right.
I'll
Yeah.
make it clear. All three of us were all for trading Dillingham to the point I'd be made. You get a guy that can impact the team now rather than wait and develop Dillingham. How do you think he'll do in Chicago though?
It's just
Well, now he's behind like 4 guys.
exactly.
Oh,
I
that's
kind of
true.
wish the deadline. Yeah, I wish the deadline wasn't over so that they could move some of these guys so that he'd have a role. I mean, is he guaranteed minutes? I mean, there's so many point guards that are
True.
more established. I
They're
mean, Simons was just balling for the Celtics, so
They're gonna.
it's hard to start him over him.
They're gonna play the smallest lineup. It's gonna be all speed. They're gonna full court trap everyone. It's gonna be speed,
Right.
speed. Gosh,
I'm sure they'll play him just to figure out what they have in him. I mean, that is the good thing. Chicago has zero expectations, right? The problem with being drafted in Minnesota is like we're trying to win now. Like you don't really. It's hard to win now and let a rookie make his mistakes for second-year player. Go out and try to grow. You don't really have time for that. So, and that's kind of why I was in favor. That's why I was in favor of trading for Ja, because I felt like most likely we would have got rid of Randall, which meant Naz Reid gets plucked in the starting lineup. So then Baron J could get some solid minutes off the bench, and then that'll spark his development. Exactly. So that's why I was in favor of that, because I'm like, if they want Dillingham, that's fine. Take a young prospect. You can take Randall, shed some salary. I thought it would have been a low risk, potential high reward move, but I think this is still a B+ acquisition. So I'm not mad at it.
I'd agree with that. And I think Dillingham's probably the name that we could have all agreed upon a week ago was maybe like the most likely name to be traded. Because, I mean, no trust within Finchy, anyone on the staff, really, but having him play.
Finch hates anybody under the age of 25, unless your name was Anthony Edwards. So I don't know.
I just hope it doesn't happen to Baron J, because he has looked phenomenal. I don't think it's going to be the same situation, but Baron J is also 19, right?
Right. He's very young, very raw.
Yeah.
So
yeah, kind of.
That's why I was also worried. I was worried if we traded for Giannis, most likely we would have had to trade Rudy as well, because the spacing would have been terrible, which meant Baron J loses his mentor, assuming he was still here. So then that could also mess with his development. So I thought it would have just been awkward. So yeah, I think it's best case scenario. Just keep everybody intact. You still have a lot of ammunition if you want to come back in the summer and revisit some of these ideas. You don't have to force anything. Everybody on the team is better.
What's your faith in Randall for like a deep playoff run? Because I know
it's tough.
Actually. Yeah,
it's tough. There's times where I think Randall is better than Cat as far as efforts, as far as decision making. Cat, I used to get sick of his offensive fouls in the post and just his just carelessness. Oh my God, it used to drive me insane. But
the high elbow.
I don't know. Sometimes, yeah, he fouled out last night against the Nuggets. It was like the most absurd push, on an offensive rebound attempt, and he was complaining. I know. So it's stuff like that I was like, okay, and he can shoot pretty well, not as well, obviously, but he's a willing playmaker. So I thought, it's going to work. And at times he looks great, and then other times he just, I don't know, he just wants to dribble out the clock and waste 15 seconds on the shot clock and take an ignorant step back in front of somebody.
And the defense too.
Because
exactly his on-ball defense, The
reason why Trevor brought it up is because I'm just I hate on Randall too much. I mean, he can have some good stretches, but the defense is quite annoying for me a lot of the time. And he should in the OKC series, we lost in 5 in the Western Conference Finals. Okay, and Randall the whole time OKC is a fast team. Jalen Williams, SGA, I mean, Lou Dort too. Like all those guys are fast. They're going to push the pace. Yeah, you have to be able to keep up. And Randall, it just looks like he's out of shape playing a team like OKC half the time. It's really what it looks like.
It's tough. Yeah.
It's not all the time.
Especially because against OKC, theoretically, he's going against Chet. So you'd imagine he'd be using his size more, especially moving Chet around on the perimeter and whatnot. But yeah, he tends to play pretty good on ball, but once it's off ball, he's kind of just, I don't know if it's I don't want to say lack of interest, but it's like something. I'm not sure. Sometimes it just doesn't click.
His awareness, back cuts or off ball screen, and they're not switching.
Exactly.
Communicating.
So, it's something. But I mean, yeah, I still hope.
I do too, but yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, one exercise Trevor and I've done a few times now is this was kind of like our mock trades before. What if we got Kobe White? What if we got Giannis? We looked at the Western Conference and we said, in a 7-game series in the playoffs, are we going to beat every one of these teams? Okay. So now that we got Io and Phillips, which shouldn't be a big factor for this year anyway. But Io is a big difference maker. 3-point specialist there, good defense. He's going to make a difference. You got him for nothing for this year, really. No value for this year.
Second round picks mean nothing. I don't know. I don't care what people say. It's not like the NFL where third, fourth, fifth rounders can amount to somebody. In the NBA, yes, there's special occasions, but
Eddie, you can get Bronny James. You can get Bronny James.
Hey, I low-key believe in him still. I believe in him. I think people hate him. But anyway, I think the stat is 25% of second-round picks make it to just a third season in the NBA.
Yeah,
just career-wise.
Yeah, just that is all you need.
Exactly, and that's just another salary spot that you have to fill, and usually it's just better to use it as ammunition for a trade and try to get somebody more established already. So I'm not really mad at the seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, we gave 5 first-rounders for Rudy, so I mean, what is 4 seconds going to do, right?
Yeah,
sure.
So we're gonna go through all of the seeded. I'm not gonna do the 2 play-in teams out, the Clippers and Portland, but Golden State's the 8th ranked right now. I think. Well, Golden State did just make an addition with Kristaps Porzingis. That's a big needle mover for me, but it's
I mean, I don't know. The Celtics are my second favorite team, so I mean, he did help us win that championship, but it's tough to say. I mean, he's always injured. It's always something, whether it's illness, whatever his mysterious illness is, or I mean, if he plays, great. I mean, he's the perfect prototypical stretch 5, but I mean, playing next to Draymond, who's a non-shooter. I mean, you got Moody, who's getting better. Podziemski is all over the place. I don't really see them having a real chance.
So what would you have the Wolves in 7 there, or in 5? How many games would it take?
I mean, I would hope 5, but if Curry's healthy, I'm sure he'll squeeze 2 of them out. So I'd say 4-2.
Yeah, I could agree with that right away. Right, Trev? Yeah.
I mean,
I would say 5 to be completely honest, because the Warriors bench is just so horrific in my opinion. It just they don't really have.
My only worry is because what was it, second quarter when Curry got hurt in game 1?
I was at that game. Of course, the only game that they lost that series. Wasted so much money. My goodness.
Did you sit lower level or was it?
Yeah, lower. Yeah, they were 3. Yeah, me and my friend Jordan, we went. It was $350 a pop. It was not good.
Wow. Yeah,
not good. Oh well.
Courtside.
Live and you learn. I wish it was courtside. It was. I mean, it was 12 rows. I mean, it was a great view, obviously, but it was electric. Got T-shirts. Yeah. I mean, I'd hope for that price, but disappointing. At least they finished. Because that's always been historically the problem with the Wolves is they play up to comp and then they'll also play down. So
do not remind me of that crap. I mean, all year here.
I know it's ridiculous.
I mean, we play the Pelicans tomorrow.
The other day.
Oh God.
Yeah, the Pelicans tomorrow. What is their record like? 13-40, I think.
Yeah, they're the second worst team in the West, I think.
Incoming loss. We're calling it right now.
And watch it not even be because of somebody like Zion. I think Trey Murphy had 12 threes the other night. It's going to be something ridiculous like that. So,
well, the point too is we had the back-to-back games against New Orleans a month and a half ago. I think one of them went into overtime and we barely scraped by the second one. I'm like, that's embarrassing by itself.
It's frustrating, but
on here.
Yeah,
they'll get
I
back
don't
into
know.
it. Maybe.
But Bruce, back to your point on the Warriors, I agree. I think we win, but it does make
Mm-hmm.
you think considering how well they played like the quarter and a half, whatever it was when Curry got hurt.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, I mean
Yeah.
we're much deeper in the long term or in a series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wolves should win that.
Yeah.
Probably 9
I
times
think
out
so.
of
We're
10.
definitely a better team than last year. Because if you look top to bottom, everybody's improved. Like when you look at Ant, he's
Yeah.
taken a leap. Daniels has taken a huge leap.
Oh yeah.
Nas kind of had a down year last year after winning Rookie of the Year the year before. He's back to where he was.
Mhm.
So if you
He's
even
putting up
just
better
without
stats than his 6 man of the year year.
exactly. So I think just all in all, like around the board, we're just everybody has taken a step. So just that alone should be enough. Plus, when you add IO, I think currently right now we're like 4th or 5th in 3-point shooting efficiency. So, and we're already like a top 5 defense. So you'd hope that travels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully it works out.
Yeah. Next team is Phoenix. They're the 7th seed right now. They're only 1 game behind us. So I mean that kind of stinks, and they've kind of owned us a little bit.
It's weird because on paper you'd imagine they'd be a lot worse than when they had Durant and Booker and Beal, and I mean Booker's still there obviously, but he's hurt. But I don't know, that something about Dylan Brooks, man. I love watching Dylan Brooks. He's exactly what the NBA needs right now. So I could easily see him and Ant getting into it. That would be a fun series to watch.
But isn't Brooks averaging like 21 points or something?
It's crazy. Honestly, he got snubbed for an All-Star. I mean, he had 40 the other night. I mean, I don't see how to him. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly. Because you wouldn't really think of him as a scorer, but he's been on one this year.
Yeah,
man, I remember watching him at Oregon, Final Four March Madness, whatever year that was, 2017 or whatever. That's a throwback. But yeah, he's averaging 20.
He's a culture setter. Because Memphis really wanted to scapegoat him and say, we're not bringing him back by any means necessary. And you saw what happened as soon as they got rid of him. I mean, they're out of there. I mean, he helped set Houston's, lockdown defense that they have. So he's a really big piece that people don't give enough credit for.
Yeah. All right.
They should still be like 5. They should still be 5. I mean, what do they have? It's really just Booker.
I mean, it is weird. We lose to them in the regular season. Come playoffs, we sweep them.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're healthy, I don't know. I'm still intrigued by Jalen Green. He's only played like 3 times this year, but
yeah,
I guess we don't know how they mesh. Yeah, he's had nagging hamstring issues. He literally came back and then just re-aggravated it, and just So
literally 5 games.
I don't know.
Too bad.
Old Gopher player.
Mark Williams has been good.
Coffee. Remember him? Yeah. Forgot about.
Oh yeah, they just traded for him, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Interesting. I don't know how much he'll be utilized, but
he's
not even that bad. I mean, he was on the Clippers at one point, and then he was on the Bucks, and then I think the Bucks did a trade.
Bucks traded Coffee and Cole Anthony to the Suns in exchange for Nick Richards and Hayes Davis.
Yeah. So I mean, that should be 5 games. I mean, realistically, 4 or 5.
4.
I'm sure Booker will squeeze 1 out probably. Booker and they might do something. But
if
it goes past 5, that's a failure.
Next one is the Lakers at 6. This is kind of where getting
Does
some.
Bronny take over? Bronny.
This guy, oh my god. Bronny versus Ant.
I mean, the Lakers are doing well this year. Luka's obviously the main piece. LeBron's kind of taking a step back a little bit, still playing well, but I personally, I still have the Wolves taking this, and I mean, Luka can kill you though. Like that's the main issue here, and they did get DeAndre Ayton, which I'm pretty sure he's like just one of the most off and on like players.
It's frustrating watching him because he has the tools. I mean, think about it. He was taken before Luka, so you it's aggravating.
Well, he's 1 overall, right? Ayton.
Yeah, he was first. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
first overall pick. But either way, like Lakers, this is probably the most depth they've had in their team, I'd say, in the past 3-4 years now.
Getting Luke Kennard is huge for them because their shooting is abysmal. Outside of the top guys, so I will be interested. Brooklyn did just release Cam Thomas, which I found very surprising. Yeah, so if the Lakers could pick him up because they need a spark plug off the bench, that would make him a lot more dangerous, I will say.
Yeah,
because I mean Thomas, all he knows how to do is score the basketball. It seems like nothing else. So, which is what they need. But I mean, I like our chances again, but I mean, we saw what Luka did to Gobert in the past. Obviously, we got their number last year, but
I'd say
I don't know.
but
6. I think 6
possibly
is
a
appropriate.
7. Yeah, I think possibly a game 7, but I have the Wolves.
I think our bench, the non-Luka LeBron minutes, I think is the determining factor. Our bench is just so much better.
Yeah.
I think that'll kill the game for us.
Yeah. Trev, 6 games, Lakers.
I feel like that'd be 6 or 7 because Luka absolutely hates us.
He really does.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
Rudy seems to struggle playing against Luka because they always attack him, right? Screen. Whoever Rudy's guarding, he'll be the screener for Luka.
Yeah.
LeBron's desperate, right? And
Right.
I will say, not to get too distracted, I don't think LeBron. I think Bruce and I talked about this. It's not like looking like LeBron's going to retire. I feel like the media would be hyping this way more. Like
he's gonna get his farewell tour. We've talked about it many times. Like he's gonna get like the before every game a ceremony. That's what's gonna happen.
For sure.
Like,
yeah,
but but even considering, even though it's not his final year for LeBron, it's probably.
I mean, he's still an all-star, so I mean, he has no reason to slow down, and he's playing with his son, so it's not like that definitely adds to the motivation factor. Yeah.
Anyways, I think this could go 7 games. 6 at the I don't see it being a sweep. 5 there's a chance, but I would say pretty low.
I mean, yeah. Right after that, Suns. It's kind of you really see where the West is like just a powerhouse.
Yeah, it really is.
Next is the Houston Rockets, who are kind of same record wise here, but the Rockets are serious. Great defensive team. KD, Sengun, Amen Thompson at the point.
That's another team that should pick up Cam Thomas to help their bench. They have no guard play whatsoever. Reed Shepherd has been very inconsistent. I have him on my fantasy team. I think he's like 6 for 40 on his last 43 attempts, which is absurd. But for somebody that's supposed to be a knockdown, 3-point shooter. But I mean, they've played well. Their team is very switchable. So, I mean, it's.
I also love watching Jabari Smith play.
He's great. His length and his shot making is second to none. So it's tough. That would be very competitive.
That would be a very competitive, series there.
And does teams he tends to switch it on against KD. He really wants to prove a point every time he plays him. So, I mean, I like our chances, but I mean, Udoka's a hell of a coach. So I'm sure after game 1, he's going to be trying to confuse us and throw different looks at Ant to try to force doubles and make him into a playmaker. Because I know the Lakers did that. That's how they got a couple games on us. But
I would say Wolves maybe in 7, just because of the point you made right there. Ant plays with a chip on his shoulder against KD. It's always fun to see the chirping and everything there. But
I will say though, having like Amen Thompson, I feel like we'll have a terrible series because the way that you scout in the playoffs, all they do is try to target a weak point in another team's offense. Because he's a non-shooter, he's essentially Ben Simmons out there. When people guard Ben Simmons, they literally stand below the free throw line. I mean, it's actually like laughable when you watch it. So, because all he wants to do is rim run. Exactly. So they're going to be able to help off, watch KD. If he drives in, you got Rudy, 4-time, maybe even 5-time DPOI. So I think they'll live with that result. I mean, if he hits some shots, then you kind of have to live with it. But I think that's going to be a troublesome factor for them.
Yeah. I think it's more of an experience thing too. Rockets are they're young. They're going to be in the playoffs many years now. Wolves have had the experience. And you just mentioned Rudy. Rudy's having a fantastic year again too. Great on, but doesn't he have the highest shooting percentage, field goal percentage?
It's crazy. I think Tim Connolly, man, we hate on him for some of these trades he does. I mean, think about it. He stepped into the Wolves front office. It's worked out. I'm thinking about how mad. Imagine how mad fans were. He just steps into Minnesota and just trades Cat, like our heart and soul, who's been here for a decade. Like, oh, what does he know about Minnesota? And he's gonna just walk in here and do that to us. Oh, Jared Vanderbilt, Patrick Beverly, they're the hearts of our team. How can you trade that for a guy like Rudy? But even Mike Conley, like that seemed like such a minor deal, but like he helped mature our locker room. So, I mean, clearly Conley knows a lot about. If he sees something in Dosunmu, then clearly, there's something that maybe even we're missing on. So, Hey, let's just trust.
And he built the, not that he was the main guy, but he was a big part in the Nuggets core.
Yeah, the Nuggets,
Coach
yeah,
Murray.
of course.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, talking about the Nuggets, they're our next team here. Is Jokic back from his injury?
Yeah.
He is. So yeah, yesterday was his 4th game back.
Okay.
Yeah, they had an unfortunate loss. He shot terrible. He was like 1 for 15 from 3. I've never seen him take so many.
Yeah, 1 for 15.
But they almost won that game in double overtime. It was a great game. But
oh yeah, that was the one with the foul with
yeah,
like
with the fouling out. Yep. That was crazy. Yeah, you kind of just have to go and watch that. But yeah, just the officials wanted to be part of the game. That's all that was.
Yep. Either way, like
yeah,
I mean, the Nuggets team is pretty similar to where we've played them the last few playoffs and everything. We're familiar. I mean, maybe it's biased. Maybe it's just because I'm a Minnesota fan, but I have us winning that series again in 6 or 7 games. But yeah,
if I'm being honest, I don't know if we actually beat them. I
you
really
don't think so? Yeah.
Denver is so loaded this year. I mean, they have so many guys. Christian Brown's taking a leap. Tim Hardaway's been awesome off their bench. They got Bruce Brown back. And they're not even healthy because usually when Jokic is not playing, whether on the court or like he's just injured, so he's not there at all, the Nuggets are abysmal. This year they're like 11-6 when Jokic hasn't played when he was injured. So like their team has been so much better. Jamal Murray's a first-time All-Star. Aaron Gordon, he was great when he was healthy. Yeah, that's crazy, but that's just how loaded the West is. It's unbelievable.
Wow.
So I don't know. I mean, Peyton Watson won Player of the Month when Jokic was out. Like not just like like Player of the Month. That's like with Durant, all these guys in the West. So I mean, I hope we win it, but I feel like that would definitely go 7, or it might even swing Denver's way. Honestly,
I mean,
I'm not sure.
They got Valanciunas off the bench too. I've always liked
exactly. So there's a big bruiser in there one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee Rudy would get in foul trouble. So that means Baron J would definitely have to get some playoff burn just to, cause a little bit of resistance in the paint, because I know Jokic he knows how to get to that free throw line. So that's going to be tough.
Very good points. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Next one. These are some good teams here. San Antonio now.
I don't see us winning that.
I mean, this is where I draw the line. In a 7-game series, I think the Spurs take it in 6 or 7 games here. They're just another loaded team. Kind of all
the thing I will say though is usually teams that just get there, they never do as well as their record indicates. For example, even though the Pistons, the Pistons were a 6 seed last year. Yes, they're the 1 seed now, but it's basically the same roster. But like an up and coming team that's usually trash that becomes, a top team, usually they have to go through the pains of losing in the playoffs, understanding the pressure and everything. Because realistically, it's just like Harrison Barnes and De'Aaron Fox that have playoff experience on that team. Everybody else is new to this. So, I mean, we did beat them early in the year. I was at that game. I mean, we'll see. I mean, yeah, their team is. I mean, Wemby is Wemby, but hey, Rudy is Wemby's mentor, so you never know. Maybe he'll bring out some tricks that even Wemby's not expecting. No, he's not. I'm just chatting. But
pull away, fade away.
That would be crazy.
My biggest concern with the Spurs isn't even Wemby. It's Jordan McLaughlin.
He's on the Spurs.
Why
is he still in the league?
Oh my god! Hey, averaging 2 points this year. God. Heck yeah, dude. He had a 3 last game against OKC.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Lord.
I do like your point about like just the experience part of it. It's another young team. I mean, Harper, he's like 19 years old, getting minutes there.
Even OKC, like they had to lose to Dallas first before they could like take the step. So it takes time.
What pushes me over the edge is I think it'd be a competitive series no matter what. But what pushes me over is that I mean they're proving it all year. I think they're 3-1 against OKC this year. I
mean, I think 4-1. Did they just beat them yesterday as well?
Yeah. Would that be 3 or 4 wins? Either way.
Yeah, 4-1 because they played them once in the tournament. Yeah, so they played 5 times this year.
Yeah, so 4-1 against OKC. It's nothing to mess around with. They can beat us on any given night. We could beat them too, but I think the series goes far. But that's kind of what pushes me over. But And then the top
Yeah.
dog winning the West right now by 6 games, OKC.
Ah,
Rematch of last year's Western Conference Finals. What
you
do we
know,
think?
if they're healthy, their team is just so deep. And then they get Jared McCain for no reason. I mean, it's oh my gosh, we would just have to somehow game plan to get around Shea and just force everybody else to beat us. I don't know. I don't know if we can do it. I don't think Finch
That's
is
kind of what
capable.
the plan was last year, but then Jalen Williams
It
just
didn't work.
torched us. Yeah, I mean,
He did.
yeah.
But maybe now because he's banged up with the hamstring, maybe we can try to wear him out, let him try to do that again. I don't know. It's risky either way, but
he is only shooting 30% from 3. I mean, he's been injured for a lot of the year, but
yeah, hell, even Shea is out for the next 2-3 weeks. He has like some type of abdominal.
yes.
He's not playing in the All-Star game. So
they are 5-5 in their last 10. So
yeah,
they've shown humanity.
It is funny. I know people thought they were going to break the Warriors 73-9 record, and then they just fell flat on their face.
It was looking like it. What did they start, like 24-2 or something, or
something absurd? Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, but I think we are 2-1 against OKC this year, right? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, I think us and the Spurs are the only team to have beaten them multiple times this year.
Yeah. Which that's fun. Good for us. There we go.
Yeah. Honestly, I think obviously we want to get back to the conference finals. That's so we can take that step. But I think it's better off to just play against OKC as soon as you can, before while everybody is still trying to get back to 100% on their team because they have so many injuries. I think it would be better first round, second round, try to deal with them then. Because once they get rolling, man, it's tough.
Yeah, there was really no stopping them from any team last playoffs. Yeah, but there we go. We're kind of confident on most of them, but either way, this Western Conference is loaded, so it's going to be a heck of a playoffs. But
2 more things though before we let Abby go.
Yep.
One chance we bring back Mike Conley.
It's very real, honestly. It's it's so funny because people are like, "How is that even possible?" But the rule is, if you trade somebody who then gets traded again and then waived because you're not the last team to have traded him, you're allowed to buy him out. So, because I know we need one more person to add to the roster spot. I mean, they could just turn Johnny Juzang's contract from a 2-way to a contract.
Right.
The buyout market, obviously, Conley. Chris Middleton is an interesting name that's potentially going to get bought out. I don't know if he has any desire to go to Minnesota, but I mean, he lived in Milwaukee, so I mean, what's the difference, right? That would be some great bench scoring and the veteran presence in the locker room. So,
or go get Cam Thomas. I mean,
or Cam Thomas. Hey, I mean, I don't know if we need his shot chucking, but I don't know. I think we have enough guard play.
Yeah.
That's the thing I don't get. Cam Thomas. He's not that old.
I mean, we could.
I don't really.
No, he's not. He's like probably 25, 26. He can't
you
be that
couldn't. At minimum, you couldn't get it. If you're gonna release him and get rid of him, you're telling me no team would give up a second for him?
I'm not sure. It is odd because you would think that they would just at least hold on to him because there is an appeal for bench scoring. So, or how they didn't get anything for him. So sometimes it's just they don't want to deal with him in the locker room. Maybe he's just disgruntled or whatever, and because they didn't find a suitor, they said, screw you. But I'm sure somebody will pick him up within the next couple of days for sure. Well, like the Lakers for sure makes a lot of sense for him, but
true.
We'll see.
Yeah.
All right. One last thing. How about St. Thomas? And have you gotten to any games or not?
I have not. No.
No.
I don't know. I mean, hopefully they make March Madness. The first year that they're eligible this year.
Do you think they could win a game? Depending
on in the tournament.
But yeah, if they win.
The thing is, their team is very they're very switchable and they're very good around the perimeter, like shooting wise. Funny enough, Tyler Hero's brother, Austin Hero, he's like our best defender. He's been very elite.
Yeah.
He does the little things. He doesn't average like 20 a night, but he'll finish the game with like 11 points.
The elite reference there. I like the elite.
God, you love that word. Oh my God, what is that?
The boat. I'm rowing that boat.
We'll see with the Tommies. Their leading scorer, his name's Minnesali. He was actually number 1 in D1 at scoring at one point. He got passed up recently, but he's been averaging like 25 a game or something. So we'll see. I'm sure they'll bust some people's brackets if they get in, maybe once. I mean, they're not going much
I
further
was just
than
gonna say maybe
one
the
upset at
first
most.
one. Yeah.
But even
Let them
if
get
they
in the
win
tournament
that
first.
game, to
Mhm.
go from D3 to D1 a couple years ago,
Oh, yeah.
and then
No, it's a cool
potentially-
story for sure.
yeah,
They'll definitely talk
Yeah, I
about
know.
it during their first round game when they are in.
Oh yeah, for sure. We'll see. Hey, how about the Gophers though yesterday beating Michigan State? How about that?
Yeah, we
Mm.
talked about it yesterday. We got off right when it was halftime, up like
That's
3
true.
points or whatever. But
Yeah,
No, it was more. It
the
was
fact
like-
that they managed to almost lose that, I was like, yeah, that's so Minnesota.
that's been their
My
thing
God.
all year. Like, oh man,
Blown
the
games,
halftime
yeah.
lead.
It's so frustrating in sports. Teams want to play to preserve their lead rather than play, what got them that lead. And it just in every sport, basketball, soccer, they always do that. And like my buddy that watches hockey all the time says like a 2-goal difference is like nothing because
Two-goal
once you
lead
score
is the
one,
scariest in hockey. That's
dangerous.
the
exactly,
thing.
because
Yeah.
once you score
That's what
one, the
happened to
momentum is
Wild last
gone.
night.
Mhm.
Exactly. So it's these teams will never learn, I guess, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
Well, hey, everyone, there's your Wolves trade talk. A lot of good combo there. Everyone, comment down below how great Ebby is. Great to talk basketball with you.
Appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? I try my best.
There you go.
Hey,
Yeah. We'll have him on more, talk more Wolves content, maybe playoff time, do all this bracketology again with him. So
Predictions.
yeah.
We could easily do that. Hello.
my bracket is terrible every year. You don't want my help.
Well,
Yeah.
well, Bruce and I will do it. You'll go first. Whatever you pick, we'll do the opposite.
Well, yeah, if it's really
You know
that
what's
bad.
crazy? My sister made a bracket just on which mascot looks cuter, and she actually did better than me.
I've seen like trends like that where the girls
It's
are
ridiculous.
like, which mascot?
Think about that.
Yeah.
So it's what? Hey, life.
Yeah.
Now they're trying to add more teams to the bracket, so yeah, it's definitely even more cooked.
I forgot. Yeah, I saw that about a week ago.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Just keep it the way it is. It's natural. It's fun. Yeah. March Madness,
Hey,
best time of
we'll
the year
see.
right there.
Absolutely.
All right.
Almost
Ebby,
there.
thanks for coming on.
Right,
We'll
see
be
you,
on again. Yeah.
Appreciate y'all. Go Wolves. Let's do it.
Let's go. All right. Now, Trevor and I are going to talk about a few Twins free agent targets for a little bit here as I can get my format to look a little better here. That doesn't look good. Either way, there we go.
Wow.
First of all, so the Twins came out. Well, actually, the Twins didn't come out, but Darren Doogie Wolfson came out, and he said the Twins were heavily involved in the Framber Valdez sweepstakes. Okay, Framber obviously just signed a 3-year deal with Detroit. Kind of stinks for our sake. But he said the Twins were heavily involved with that, kind of from the start with Framber. But he also said the Twins have been remaining free agents, or they've been involved with all of the remaining free agents left, like just all of them. So if that's really true, we're going to go over a few starting pitcher names, because if they were on the Framber train, they're most likely on all of the rest of them, because that's what the report from Darren says. Either way, like the first one that I kind of looked at was something that I could see. This is probably too much money, but Lucas Giolito, all right, coming off of a very productive year with Boston. He had that rough 2 years, but last year was very good, 3.41 ERA in 145 innings, 121 strikeouts, only 56 walks. So the control was there last year. Didn't get hit around a lot, but he's looking for a 3-year, $57 to $66 million contract. So it'd be like $20 million a season, which, if we know the Twins very well, unless the poll ads are telling Jeremy Zoll differently, that probably is out of the circumstances.
Especially
right there.
And didn't he have Tommy John surgery? Somewhere recently,
2 years ago, I think. Yeah.
Concerning too.
But full year with Boston last year, so that's good to see.
That's true.
All right, Zach Gallen. He's coming off of the worst year of his career, really bad year. Got hit around a lot. He still had a great strikeout to walk ratio, 175 to 66. But yeah, he got hit around. His ERA was above 5. But he's looking to be a big bounce back candidate. Another one where I think it's 15 to 20 million per year. But if the Twins do want to make a splash, and if they were serious with Framber Valdez, those two could be very real moves, very real ones. And then kind of the next expensive one, Zach Littell, old friend.
Oh my God! Wow.
He's a free agent now, but he's looking for a 2-year deal. Okay, anywhere in between 10 to 22 million. So kind of a large gap there, 10 to 22 million. But if he's willing to have a set starting pitching role, because Zach Littell has been fantastic the past 3 years. The past 3 years had an ERA sub-4 each of those years, full years. 2 with the Rays last year. He got traded to the Reds trade deadline. But very consistent pitcher. He would slide perfectly right into that 4th or 5th spot right there. And I'd be completely perfect with that, to be honest. But then 2 guys kind of more in the weeds. All right. These guys you got to kind of search for a little bit. But Walker Buehler is coming, he's looking for a 1-year, $6 to $10 million contract. So it'd be one of your cheaper ones on more of just a prove it deal. Prove that he still has it. Maybe get like one more decently bigger contract before he can retire. Last year, he was coming off Tommy John surgery and struggled with control and got hit around. Tommy John obviously coming to 2024. Last year, struggled with the control, and his ERA was inflated because of it. But coming off of the Tommy John, could be a good name. Good. He has really good stuff. The knuckle curve he has is like famous in MLB The Show from a few years ago. Unhittable, but good fastball. I mean, he has the stuff. Just got to stay healthy. And I think the Twins, they could benefit off of a $6 to $10 million 1-year contract there. So Walker Buehler. And then the last starting pitcher on my list, Jordan Montgomery. This one's definitely a weird one. So he didn't play out last year really at all. The Twins were reportedly interested in him back in 2023 at the deadline because he was having the fantastic year with the Rangers. He ended up staying with the Rangers at the trade deadline, and then ended up going to the World Series that year, which is ironic. But
yeah.
Injured last year, you could get him for just a couple $1 million. He didn't play at all. And then in 2024, he was with the Diamondbacks, had a really bad year. That's also why he was so down, had over a 6 ERA. But I relate this to the Martin Perez signing in 2019. Lefty guy that's going to be your 5th on the rotation. Martin was never really anything special, but that Twins year kind of rose his stock a lot.
It was a really good year. Yeah.
Montgomery's not the same age. He's like 35, but could be for a couple $1 million could be interesting. Could be interesting to see that. And I could definitely see one of those. But if they want to make a splash, Gallen, Giolito are still out there. There's options in the
I just feel like that's too much money. But no, I agree.
Mm-hmm. If they want to make a splash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you good to move on to relievers? We'll kind of sweep through this a little bit.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. Like the Twins have already expressed interest in a right-handed reliever. They got Taylor Rogers. They have Cody Funderburk, so they kind of have that lefty duo that they haven't had in forever, really, to be completely honest. But first one up, they could sign Danny Coulomb again. I'm kidding.
I've mentioned that. Well,
well, you could, but the Twins really have never carried 3 lefties, and I don't think they would start now. But if Coulomb came for a minimum contract, maybe. But
I always kind of wonder, like, what's the? I mean, yeah, you can probably argue most people in general, not even sports speaking, but most people are right-hand dominant, which means I don't know. What percent of the league do you think that's right-handed? Would it be 70%?
Bats right-handed?
Not switch hitting, not lefties, strictly right-handed hitter. So not
it's closer to 50 to 50 compared to anything else. I feel like it has to be like 60-40.
I feel like it'd be like 70% right hand. Just because think like most people or not even about people like just the majority of people isn't right hand dominant like 80% if not higher. Anyways, I'm getting besides the point. My point being is
65% approximately bat right-handed. So it's like that's 64. Yeah.
Okay.
I knew it wouldn't be anything higher.
The reason I was going with that is there more right-handed pitchers in the bullpen? I'm just kind of thinking out loud. Do you think there's more? Well, if it's 65%, that kind of takes away my point. But in my head, I was thinking there's more right-handed bats, so you want that righty-righty matchup. Because, I can't really remember a team that's carried, 3 regular, maybe, a fringe guy as your 3rd lefty in the bullpen. But I can't remember a team. It's always, multiple righties and then 1 or 2. lefties. But yeah, I get it too because not too many people are left-handed. But
The batting is differently. Some people just find more comfortability like batting lefty, like some of those major league guys. But the pitching, like throwing a ball, is much harder. You can't really be comfortable on one side, really.
that is true.
But hey, the Brendan Donovan trade going to the Mariners, the Cardinals got back the switch pitcher because we're on that topic. He was the highest prospect in that package. But the Cardinals got back the switch pitcher, whatever his name is. But that's just kind of an interesting.
Are you talking Vendetti?
There. No, you don't know who that is. Yeah, but he literally has a glove that you can put on each hand.
Yeah.
So it's pretty dang cool. But I'd like to see him in the MLB. That would be very interesting seeing the matchups, like because switch hitters would choose like, where do I go here, lefty, righty? This is mind.
I know that happened before because Pat Vendetti. I think he pitched for like the A's, is the team I can think of. But I think the pitcher has to like make it clear.
Yes.
And then the batter.
The pitcher has to.
So the pitcher has to designate which hand he's going to throw with.
Yeah. Okay.
Because if it's switch for switch, which happened, the pitcher chooses and then the batter. Which I think if that's the case, then you're obviously going to attack. The worst of the two for the batters statistic.
Yes. Oh yeah.
And that's not rocket science.
Yep, 100%. All right, and then we'll get to a few relievers here because got sidetracked there. But no Danny Coulomb for right now. Let's go focus on these righties. But this next guy, heck of a ball player, Evan Phillips, the couple-year Rays pitcher, Dodgers pitcher, coming off of Tommy John surgery. He had that performed in June of 2025. So he will not be ready by the start of this year. His doctors are saying hopefully he could be back pitching in games by July. So this is a guy where obviously you wouldn't have him at the start of the year, but he has such good stuff and great stats his whole career that if you could get him and he's looking to be $6.1 million, that's kind of what he's hoping for here. But to back up the stats here, 2022, a 1.14 ERA in 64 appearances on the Dodgers. Insanity right there. Insane numbers.
Nuts.
And a whip of 0.76. And if people know what whip is, it's walks, hits, innings pitched. So basically how many walks or hits you give up in each inning. Anything below 1, like a 0 point something, is really good, no matter what. 2023, that was in 2022. 2023, he had a 2.05 ERA in 62 appearances with a whip of 0.83. An insane 2 years. 2024, he still had a good year. It was a 3.62 ERA. But this guy, obviously, like I said, you'd get him back in like July or something, but he has a super high leverage arm that's not getting really any recognition right now because of the injury. I mean, most teams don't want a guy who's going to be available for 3 months of a season at the tail end, because if he doesn't come back strong, it's nothing. You don't get anything out of it. But if the Twins want to compete, I would love this move. Sign him to a 1 year deal, 1 year, $6 million, because the talent is there. You just got to make sure he progresses with the injury on a good pace there.
That's a big risk.
But yeah, it's a big risk. I'd be willing to take it if the Twins want to compete.
I almost wonder if unless some team is like really in on him and willing to take on that big risk, I wonder if a team will just use him as like, right? Essentially how you acquire a guy come July in a trade. But you just
for trade deadline?
Yeah. Well, you know how most trades, right, that happen are, a day or two before trade deadline or near the end of July. I wonder if teams are just going to wait, see how he, progresses until he comes back. And
yeah.
We'll
Either way, it's an intriguing name because he was a top reliever for 2 straight years and still good on every other year, really. All right, next one, a vet, Scott Barlow. We've talked about him a little bit here, but just a vet who's been in the league for 10 years now, 3.5 to 4 ERA really throughout his entire career. He's only projected to make $2 million this year. To be specific, $2.6 million is his market value here. But that's another righty. He's been with the Royals, Reds, kind of been around a little bit, but it's a veteran. If this is the one, honestly, that makes most sense to me, because it is $2 million for a right-handed pitcher, and they're going to need another right-hander there. But this is one that I would do 9 times out of 10. Michael Kopech, okay, the White Sox, kind of
Doesn't he
flamethrower
pump
there
like
for a while.
102?
Yeah, he can pump 102. He dealt with like a bunch of injuries last year. He had like a left knee, like meniscus issue, something with his arm, not Tommy John, but more like minor to kind of major stuff. But it's not like Tommy John going to be out for a whole year. Flamethrower, electric stuff. He's looking for a 2-year deal, 6 to 7 million per year. Okay. And with those injuries, he was out for basically the entire playoff run for the Dodgers, kind of the end of the year, but he's going to be ready to go before the season here. So the injuries are not a concern, but he hasn't pitched in a little bit. He only did appear in like 10 games last year. So either way, Michael Kopech, the upside is crazy. You would have your Duran replacement, basically. He would be your closer no matter what. 6 to 7 million.
If
I would
he
do
can
that.
stay healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah.
But the upside is crazy. Yeah.
High risk, high reward to a T.
Which confuses me because if he's actually ready, like injury wise before the season, I'm confused as to why he wouldn't be signed yet.
I think it's the history. And like if the guy throws that hard.
Yeah.
That'd be my guess.
That is a risk.
I mean, I feel like there is a concerned medical because if there was, I mean, given the history, say it like, good for what the history is, I gotta believe some team would have signed him by now.
Yeah. Yeah, you would think.
Who knows for sure.
Yeah. All right, I have 2 more guys on the list. Next one, very big veteran, longtime Yankees pitcher, last year with the Tigers. Changeup specialist Tommy Kahnle, still not signed. This would be really fun because it's just fun to see a dude throw a changeup 98% of the time or whatever.
Like Lance Lynn, but completely opposite.
Well, it's literally Emmanuel Clase. Clase had that 102 mile per hour cutter that he threw 96% of the time, unhittable. But Kahnle, changeup is, I mean, when you go this far in your career throwing one pitch, I mean, he's like 36, I think.
He's had a good career.
Just throwing basically one pitch for, I mean, I don't think he used to do this. I think this is more of a thing of the past couple of years, maybe. I think he was more versatile when he was younger, but he has such a great changeup where no one can hit it. So why not just throw it?
Wasn't Tyler Clippard like that? Not like as good or anything, but like where it's just so much changeup.
Yes, I think he was way.
I think
it's like 60% changeup, which is still a big majority, but like 60 or 70. But either way, Tommy Kahnle would be a fun name because you're gonna have hopefully a pretty good season out of him. The sample size he has given you in his career tells you that. But then this one's also another kind of flamethrower here. Jose Leclerc didn't play last year. He kind of has had a rough 2 years, getting hit around.
Too, right?
What was that?
He's another flamethrower, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Rangers,
yeah. He was a big part of that World Series run for the Rangers there. But he is going to be very cheap. Coming off an injury 2 years ago, he's just pitched worse, getting hit around. The control's been an issue, but I think you could literally get him for $1 million. The upside could be very, very good. He was once like a top closer in the league for a 2-3 year stretch there, which was only like 2 or 3 years ago. Really hard fastball, really good slider, and then I think he has a changeup and a sinker with that. But either way, the upside, very nice. And here's the thing. If the Twins want to make a statement, like they've kind of said, and if they're really in, like if Doogie is right about this and the Twins have been actively talking to all of these pitchers still available, like every single one, that was the report. Something's going to happen. They're going to sign someone, whether it's a shocking move like Lucas Giolito for $20 million or one of these relievers. But yeah, either way, there's a good list for people to kind of players to watch in the free agent market right now. If the Twins are serious about signing one, those are your guys to watch. Either way, I think we're good.
Well, and one last thing to carry on with the pitching. I mean, Did you cover the waiver pickup? Like, have you done
Which
any
one?
for Cowher, Jackson Cowher?
Oh no, I didn't. I haven't done that
So
yet.
I mean, that is a guy we did pluck off waivers. What was that, on the 3rd, I believe? Yeah.
Yep.
So for you guys that didn't know, Twins did claim another guy off waivers. We got Jackson Cowher off waivers from Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's intriguing, right? Because he was the top pick. He went 33rd overall, so just outside of the first round in the draft to the Royals. He sucked all 3 years with the Royals. So debuted in 2021. 30 innings pitched, horrific ERA of 11.27. Year 2, 15 innings pitched, 9.8 ERA. And then third and final year with Kansas City before they got rid of him, he had a 6.43 ERA. And then, of course, once when Casey released him, it wasn't anything like good, but he was like reliable, like an average.
A fringe, like reliable guy, yeah.
Yeah, middle reliever. He had and it was short sample size. It was 17 innings, but he had a 4.24 ERA. So it really doesn't look like it'll turn into much. I don't know what his minor league stats are, but that's just the basics. But he is quick math here.
I mean, yeah, up until this point, he's been a bust for how high he was drafted. So
he's actually a little bit older than I realized. So he's 29 right now.
29.
Math is right there. Because, But, yeah, we'll see. I mean, it looks like it's more so depth for AAA, but you never know if you have a good spring training. There's a lot of question marks for our bullpen. A lot more of it's been filled out with some signings and some minor trades, but we did get another low-name reliever, Jackson Cowher, from, I don't know.
I was going to say, like,
Cowher.
I guess the thing to close it out here is, like, the Twins bullpen is obviously the weakest on the team, but now with the Rogers signing, they traded for Eric Orzi, you have Cole Sands, Cody Funderburk. It's not, and if they're serious, like, Funderburk had a fantastic end of the year. Justin Topa too, another veteran who was pretty good in the second half of the year last year. It's like if they stay healthy, that's the big thing here because there's not really much depth. The bullpen is not horrible. It could be much worse if they didn't sign Rogers, and they're probably going to sign another right-hander, no matter who that is. And then there's probably a chance for like a long reliever that there might be a chance, like maybe you put Sim or David Festa or just one of these starters for a long reliever role there, just to keep them in the majors, keep them up, see how they're doing. But the bullpen is not as bad as people are putting it out to be. One of the Jack and I did an episode of the top 5 things that the Twins need to do to contend this year. And one of those was the bullpen just needs to be top 20 in ERA. I think if they're top 20 in ERA, I think it's doable. I think the Twins, that boosts their playoff chances a ton. Because, no, it's not the best unit out there, but it's not terrible by any means. So they've done a good job with the money they've been given to improve it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, you good, Trev?
I am all good.
And you know what? I completely forgot, but we got to go through our predictions from last night. We are not good yet.
We are not good. Y'all got
real quickly. All right, the Wolves and Wild played last night. Wolves, both games were thrillers. The Wild was such a weird, fun game to watch.
Yeah, 7 minutes, right, for Goldie. Technically, I think 6:59. If you really want to be technical.
Well, no. It took him 13 minutes to get the hat trick. It was like 7 minutes left in the first. I know that because it was the NHL record. They've said it. But, yeah, Matt Boldy scores a hat trick in the first 13 minutes of the game. Absolutely insane.
It's wild.
Either way, Wolves game, Trevor and I both said they would lose. Kind of just the trade talks were kind of in our heads. We thought they would be in the players' heads. That ended up being wrong. The Wolves did win last night, 128-126. I said Ant would have 5+ threes. That was wrong. Trevor said Bones Highland would have 10+ points. That ended up being correct. I think Bones went off for 20.
Went off.
Yeah, that was
which kind of makes sense. Conley went away and opened some minutes. I mean, more minutes for Clark too, but that's all gone away because of
Bones going off last night. Yeah, we both said the Wild would win. Trevor, this is a bad beat. Trevor said Kirill would have 2+ points. He did say it would go to an overtime game, but Trevor went with the little parlay here. He got the overtime part right, because why wouldn't a wild game go to overtime? But Kirill 2+ points. Kirill ended up having 1 last night. So barely wrong for Trevor's prediction there. And I said, I also a bad point or bad beat for me too. I said Mojo, Boldy. I should have just gone Boldy have like 5 points or whatever he had last night, 4 points. But I said Mojo, Boldy, and Vlad would all have 1 point. Vlad and Boldy did. Mojo did not. 2 bad beats in the player prediction department for us. Not a great night for me. Trevor, pretty good night. But now the standings are on the right. We both went 1-1, and Trevor gained a point last night, so now he's up to 11. Jack's at 13 points. I'm at 24. So there's your predictions. I forget when the Wolves play next. I think tomorrow against the Pelicans. It might be the next day after that, though. Either way, everyone, thanks for watching Twin City Sports Talk. Go follow the YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Spotify, and we will see you again tomorrow. Thanks for watching.